Social Security is rolling out a significant change aimed at reducing fraud, but it might lead to some serious challenges for those who depend on these benefits. If you've ever found yourself stuck on hold for ages or battling with government websites, you'll want to pay attention to this. Stick around as we unpack what's going on, who it impacts, and what steps you can take right now to ease the transition. There are actually a few things you can do today to make this shift smoother when it arrives. Before we jump into the details, I'm curious. Have you ever had to wait on the phone to reach someone at Social Security? If yes, drop a quick yes in the comments and share how long you were on hold. I've heard mixed reviews about wait times, and I'd love to hear about your experience. Now let's get into the specifics of what's changing and who will be affected. Starting March 31st, Social Security will no longer allow identity verification over the phone. Instead, you'll need to verify your identity online through the My Social Security portal. If that's not an option for you, you'll have to visit a Social Security office in person. Phone verification will be completely off the table. I understand this can be really stressful. Who will be impacted? Many Social Security beneficiaries may struggle with online verification. It's not the simplest process. If you're not tech savvy, don't have access to a suitable device, or live in a rural area with poor internet, this could be quite a challenge. Plus, children can't have their own My Social Security accounts. So if you're calling for a child who receives benefits, you'll need to go to the office regardless. Consider this. They've already announced the shutdown of nearly 50 field offices in rural areas, and it currently takes over a month to secure an appointment. This change could significantly hinder access to benefits for many, particularly seniors, individuals with disabilities, and families with children, essentially everyone relying on Social Security. So what's the reason behind this? The Social Security Administration claims this shift is necessary to combat fraud. Acting Commissioner Leland Dudig disclosed that more than $100 million is lost annually to direct deposit fraud. Scammers have been able to hijack Social Security benefits by answering security questions over the phone and altering bank account details, redirecting funds to their accounts. This is possible because many security questions are based on publicly accessible information, like your mother's maiden name or past addresses. Unfortunately, details like your address, phone number, and family information can often be easily found through a quick online search. Numerous data brokers profit from collecting and sharing your personal data. Additionally, massive data breaches are becoming increasingly frequent, putting sensitive information, including Social Security numbers, at greater risk. It's crucial to take steps to safeguard your personal information online, even though it may seem daunting. The vast amount of information available online has empowered scammers to steal benefits. That's why the SSA argues that removing phone verification is a sensible step to prevent fraud. They also suggest that this change is positive, as direct deposit updates can now be completed in just one business day instead of the previous 30-day wait. Sure, there's a catch. The one-day rule only kicks in if you can verify your identity online. If you need to do it in person, you might still be stuck waiting a long time for an appointment. So, while this change could speed things up for some, it might actually lead to more delays for others. In theory, their idea sounds great, but in reality, it could create a lot of challenges. If you need to apply for benefits or update your direct deposit info, you've got two choices. You can verify your identity online through the My Social Security portal, or if that's not an option, you'll have to schedule an appointment and go to a field office in person. For those who are tech savvy, verifying online might not be a hassle. Some veterans might already be used to this process since the VA has implemented ID and login requirements for certain services. I recently helped my husband access his VA letters, and it involved a few steps on our laptop, switching to our phone to upload his ID, and then back to the laptop to finish up. It took us about 10 minutes, but we're both pretty comfortable with tech. However, for those who aren't, this could turn into a real headache. Many Social Security recipients are elderly, disabled, or live in rural areas with limited or no internet access. For them, navigating an online verification system could be nearly impossible. Their only other option is to visit a field office in person. But with 47 offices closing and staff cuts at the SSA, getting an appointment won't be easy or convenient. Right now, the average callback time is 2 hours, and the wait for an appointment is already over a month. That's a lot of waiting around. This situation is particularly troubling for families with kids who rely on benefits, as they can't even set up a My Social Security account. Every family with children on Social Security has to visit a field office just to update their basic info. For those with mobility challenges, limited transportation, or no internet access, these delays could lead to waiting weeks or even months for the benefits they need to get by. That's pretty alarming. So here's what you need to do right away. Time is of the essence with the March 31st deadline approaching fast. First, ensure you've created your My Social Security account before the deadline. Head over to ssa.gov to set it up, and you'll need to use login.gov to confirm your identity. If you haven't registered for those services yet, you'll need to get that sorted out. I know it can be a hassle, but getting everything in place now could save you time later. If you can verify your identity online, you might avoid a trip to the field office. Next, if you need to change your direct deposit info, do it now. The phone option will be gone by the end of this month. If you're not set up online and want to skip the field office visit, make sure to handle that update before the phone option disappears. Lastly, stay informed. These changes can come with their own set of complications, and being prepared is the best way to avoid issues. I'll do my best to keep you updated here on the channel. What do you think about this? Will it help prevent fraud, or will it just complicate things for honest folks trying to access their benefits? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out our other videos for more tips on saving money and accessing free resources.